And Kyle asked, I'm thinking about building a home. Give me a general idea of what the process looks like for building a home. Now, this is a question I get all the time because I do a lot of new construction in the Edina and South Minneapolis area and other areas around the 7-county metro area like Minnetonka and Lakeville and Woodbury. So new construction is something that I'm very familiar with, been doing it for a long time. I'm going to give you a quick synopsis, otherwise this could be really a long video. But the first thing that you need to think about when you're going to build a home is going to be, how are you going to finance it? Now, the builder can carry the financing on the construction loan, or the lot acquisition, or the home acquisition, and then carry the construction loan, and then you get an end loan. Or you can do it. There's a lot of different options, but the first thing you got to think about is, how am I going to finance the build of this home? The second thing you need to think about is, okay, well, what am I going to build? Like, what do I want to live in? What's my dream home? I mean, if you're building new construction or buying new construction, you're doing it because you want what you want. That's the beauty of new construction. You get exactly what you want and you get to design it to your liking. And so you're going to work with a designer probably, depending on what level you're at. And if you're not, if you're at, let's say the $400,000, $500,000 range, and you're buying maybe a national builder home, you're gonna get to still make some selections. They might be limited. Whereas like if you build a custom home at a, $800,000 million plus, you're gonna get to literally pick the doorknobs, the floors, I mean, every little detail of that house. Now, that's the second thing is, what kind of home do you want? You have to bring the ideas to the builder if you're building a custom home. If you don't have a vision, it's going to be hard to get that final product that you want. So number 2 thing is, what are you going to build? The number 3 thing is pricing the house. So once we know what you want to build, we're going to get an architect. He's going to draw it out. We're going to put it on paper. And then we have to get it to the builder, and the builder needs to price it. Because we need to know, wow, this is your dream house? What does it cost? So financing has to do with your budget as well. So once you get the home priced out, you can say, ooh, that's outside my budget. And we would have to maneuver the situation to make sure that we could build a house that's inside your budget. Once we know what we're going to build, and then once we've priced it out, we then have to make adjustments. Because again, your dream home has to fit inside your budget. And that's always the killer of everyone's dreams, is their budget. So after we have the house priced out, then we have to refine the selections so that we can meet your budget. Maybe that means reducing the cost of the appliances. Maybe that means instead of that $3,000 chandelier, we're going with something a little less expensive. Or maybe that means instead of real wood floors, we're going with luxury vinyl plank floors. There's lots of different things we can do on the whole spectrum of ultra luxury all the way down to, minimum builder grade finishes. So then once you have that house priced out, once it meets your budget, then the next thing is going to be going to permit. So now the builder knows, okay, I know what I'm building. I know what it's going to cost. Now I'm going to take this down to the city and we're going to see if the city's going to allow us to do it. So the builder has to go and get permits. Now this part of the process takes patience. You were pushed to get the house, and then we were pushed to price the house, and now it's turn it in and wait for the city. This is the part where we have to sit there and wait. This can take 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days. It depends where you're building and it depends on the city. But you have to have patience because the permitting process is at the mercy of the city and they do not move fast. Once you get the permit back, then the next step is let's start digging. So the next step will be dig the hole. We have to set the foundation. And then once we have the foundation, we do the framing. And once we have the framing, we then do the guts of the house, which is the electrical and the plumbing. Then after we have the electrical and plumbing inspection, we will then do the sheetrocking. And once we have the sheetrocking, we'll lay the floors, and then we'll lay the cabinets, and then we'll do all the painting, and then, you know what I mean, then the house is built. So that gives you a rough idea of how to get started and what the first few steps are when building a house. Again, if you have questions, this process takes, for a luxury home, can take over a year. And for a builder grade home, like a Lennar or a national builder, it can take a solid 4 months and sometimes 5. So if you have questions about the new construction process, throw down comments, hit me up, I'm here to help.